going to give you a letter, and then I'm going to give you a clue. And where would you like to start?
Let's start with 6 across.
6 across, okay? S. And here's your clue. Man-made rock formation in England.
Scotland?
Is it Scotland?
No, wait, no.
Hector, you're like going, why did I say?
I know. I got too excited.
Hector,
Yes.
listen, nobody's judging.
Yes.
Some of us are judging. Leah Remini's got a brand new gig. She is the host of the Game Show Network's new show, People Puzzler. She's, of course, known for the long-running comedy King of Queen, which is just about everywhere in reruns. In addition to movies, in addition to hard-hitting series about life after Scientology, she's also J-Lo's best friend. Leah Remini joins us live this morning. Good morning. Nice to see you.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing very, very well. So, is it fun, being a game show host now?
So much fun. So much fun. Like and obviously, like, even if that weren't true, I couldn't say. But to be honest, like, I'm really being honest with you. Like, I probably, other than working with maybe Kevin James, I usually have like some complaints somewhere because I love to complain. But this has been like the only job that I get in my car that I have not called my agent and manager, like, with some complaints. And like, they actually called me and said, "Is everything okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, why? We haven't heard from you." I'm like, "Right, so that's a good thing." I just every time I left the set, I was like missed it when I wasn't there because it came at it like you're talking about Scientology in the aftermath, very serious subject to be dealing with, combating a $3 billion cult day in and day out. And it's also because it's airing again on Netflix. And also I have a podcast with Mike Rinder called Scientology Fair Game on iHeart Podcast. And so the repercussions of doing that, those things, continue from Scientology. They continue to attack us. They continue to attempt to silence us and the victims of Scientology. So this was such a blessing. The People Puzzler was such a blessing because it came at a time when I needed it. I needed to be separated from the toxic, evil crap that I deal with every day. And dealing with these people, like, every time they lost, and had to leave because, they didn't make it to the next round, I was apologizing, and they were like, "Oh my God, I had the best time meeting you. I had the best, this is the first time I laughed in a week," and it just filled my soul to be able to do the show.
I wanted to talk about that, Scientology and the aftermath. It's really riveting. I know you won an Emmy for one of those seasons of that show, and now you have the podcast. All of these people on there, their stories are so riveting. Have the people been able to reconnect with any family members, or do you have any updates on any of that?
Yeah, there's been a lot of connection between, like, people are seeking us out. They are watching the show. They are watching Going Clear. They are listening to the podcast. They are going to the blogs that are exposing Scientology with facts. And so, yes, there's been a lot of reconnections. There's been a lot of people. But here's also great news, that Scientology is not getting new customers because of documentaries like Going Clear, and because of documentary series, and because of our podcast. People are learning what Scientology really is, and it's not some innocuous little religion. It is a tax-exempt organization using millions of dollars to harass, stalk, and silence its victims. And I think it's very important for people to understand that, and people are learning that, and it makes me happy, and it makes all of us happy who do this work to know that they didn't get to destroy a family. They didn't get to take millions of dollars from people. They didn't get to destroy someone's life. And so for that, we're grateful.
And so, Leah, why is the government so hesitant to take away its tax-exempt status when all this stuff has come out over the last few years to sort of reveal what it really is?
Well, because, again, it's a very small group of us doing the work. There were people before us, and hopefully there will be people after us. but we're a small group. We don't have $3 billion of tax-exempt money to hire the best lawyers. We don't have that tax-exempt money to hire PIs to stalk and harass and do the work. We're not lawyers ourselves, so we do need people. We need help from people who want to do something. Is pressure. It's pressure from the people to their congressmen, to their congresswomen, to put pressure on the IRS. The IRS knows exactly what they did. They knew by granting tax exemption, they were going to allow these abuses to happen. And I urge people to look this story up, Scientology and the IRS. And Scientology fair gamed the criminal investigation department agents of the IRS. They did exactly why they shouldn't have tax exemption. They did that to the IRS agents, and that's how they got their tax exemption, by bullying the IRS. And so is it tough for the IRS to turn around and say, we allowed ourselves to be bullied and pushed around by a $3 billion cult? You know, they'd have to admit their wrongdoing, and they're not getting any pressure other than from this small group of people that we are, and it's falling on deaf ears. I'm hoping through talking about doing the podcast, continuing to do programming, to expose Scientology and what they're doing, that eventually we will get that help from the government.
You can watch People Puzzler. It is hosted by Leah Remini, weeknights at 5 o'clock on the Game Show Network. It's great to see you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.